Are money mistakes silently sabotaging your financial freedom? Most of us make these mistakes without even realizing it until it's too late. So let's change that today. I've seen so many people fall into these traps, but the good news is once you know what to look out for, you can turn things around. This isn't about judgment. It's about giving you the clarity and tools that you need to succeed. And the first financial mistake we all need to stop making is letting debt control our lives. It's so easy to fall into the cycle. Student loans, car payments, credit card payments. I've been there, and I know how overwhelming it feels when debt seems to grow faster than your income. But here's the truth. Debt doesn't just hold you back financially. It affects your stress, your relationships, and even your ability to dream big. Hey everyone, I'm Rose Colburn, and in today's video, I'm breaking down the 5 biggest financial pitfalls that derail most people, and more importantly, how can you avoid them to take control of your money and start building wealth with confidence. Debt is one of the biggest mistakes that so many people make. Did you know that in 2024, the average American household had over $104,000 in debt? Most of the time, debt starts off small, seemingly harmless. But over time, those balances grow, and suddenly, debt isn't just a tool, it's a trap. And debt doesn't just impact your finances, it weighs on your mental health, adds stress to your daily life, and makes it feel impossible to plan for the future. The bottom line is, if your money is tied up in payments, it's not working for you. It's working for someone else. But debt is only part of the equation. One of the key reasons so many people stay stuck is because they're living beyond their means. It's an easy trap to fall into, whether it's upgrading to a new car, buying new furniture for the house, or signing up for subscriptions that you rarely use. Small habits can snowball into big problems. No matter how much money you make, if you're spending more than you earn, you'll always feel like you're behind. Living beyond your means isn't just about overspending. It's about constantly borrowing from your future to pay for the present. What would your life be like if you could break free from the cycles of debt and living beyond your means, where you're no longer weighed down by financial stress and your income is truly yours to save, invest, and enjoy as you please? Overcoming these mistakes gives you clarity and breathing room to focus on what truly matters, whether that's building an emergency fund, investing for the future, or simply sleeping better at night knowing you're in control of your finances. But there's another mistake that many people overlook, and that's neglecting their current financial situation. Life is unpredictable. A sudden car breakdown, a medical bill, or even an unexpected job loss can completely derail your finances if you're not prepared. This is where an emergency fund becomes so important. It's your safety net, a financial cushion that gives you the ability to handle life's unexpected moments without turning to credit cards or loans. Too many people either don't have an emergency fund or feel like they can't afford to save for one. I get it. When money is tight, it's hard to imagine setting aside anything extra, but even starting small can change everything for you. Figure out what would make the biggest impact. Money to cover your deductibles, your car or house payment, or 3 to 6 months of expenses. Whatever is important to you, start there. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be something. But we haven't even reached the worst mistake yet. There's something bigger, and it can derail your entire financial journey. So stay with me because you don't want to miss it. First, let's talk about the 4th money mistake. And this one cost me dearly. It damaged my credit and made it impossible to buy a house when I was younger. And that mistake was falling behind on my monthly bills. With an irregular income and no emergency savings, I was constantly juggling expenses, hoping to stay just one step ahead of the shutoff notices. Staying on top of your monthly bills is critical. Falling behind doesn't just lead to late fees. It can damage your credit score, create financial stress, and leave you feeling stuck in a never-ending cycle of catch-up. I understand that automating your bills sounds great in theory, but if you have an irregular income or tight finances, it's not necessarily the best solution. And you're not alone. I face this problem myself, and it's a challenge many other people deal with as well. What's important is to find a way that works for you to pay your monthly bills on time every single month, even if that means putting a calendar up on the wall like your grandparents did. Staying on top of your current financial situation creates a foundation for financial stability and peace of mind that goes beyond the numbers. It's about reducing stress, protecting your credit, and giving yourself the freedom to focus on your bigger goals. Now let's talk about the biggest money mistake that nearly everyone makes. It's a mistake that can derail everything if you're making it, and I want to help you avoid it. The biggest financial mistake most people make isn't about debt or bills. It's living without a financial plan. Think about it. Without a clear plan, it's like trying to navigate an unfamiliar city without your GPS. You're making turns based on what feels right in the moment. I've done that before. Let me tell you, it doesn't work out too well because you're never really sure if you're headed in the right direction. So let's talk about budgets for a moment. And I know the word budget can feel restrictive, like a financial diet, but it's not about saying no to everything. A good budget is actually about saying yes to the things that matter the most to you. It's about prioritizing your goals and being intentional with your spending. So here's a simple, actionable step to get started. Create a bare bones budget. This is your absolute minimum for covering essential expenses like housing, utilities, groceries, and transportation. Now, I'm not talking about unrealistic percentages like some financial gurus suggest. Like seriously, 25% for housing, it's next to impossible in today's economy. Instead, take a realistic look at your actual expenses. What is your rent or mortgage payment right now? What are your real utility costs? Write those numbers down. Knowing your bare minimum gives you a foundation to build on. It shows you what's non-negotiable and creates clarity about where your money is going. From there, you can add in bigger goals, like building an emergency fund, saving for retirement, and paying down debt. These priorities need to come before anything else. Then you can add in the things that bring joy to your life, your financial freedom goals. These might include travel, hobbies, or experiences that make life meaningful. And if there's little to no room for those things right now, that's where having a financial plan comes in. It helps you map out a path to make it possible. Now, a financial plan isn't just about a budget. It's a roadmap for your money. It's about aligning your finances with your goals and values so you know exactly where your money is going and why. And here's the best part. A financial plan isn't rigid. It evolves with you. As your income grows or your priorities shift, your plan can adapt. The key is to start somewhere. Even if it's as simple as writing down your income, your expenses, and one financial goal for the year. You're already ahead of most people doing that. No matter which of these money mistakes you've made, it's never too late to turn things around and take control of your money. These mistakes can feel overwhelming, but when you break them down and tackle them one at a time, you can start to build momentum. Remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's progress. And if you discover you need to hit the reset button on your finances, check out this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.